Hey everyone, don't forget to stay tuned till after the video if you want to find out how to support me or where to follow me on social media. And also, if you like this video and like what I do, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for choosing me, and on with the video.
I don't mean to say I think you're gorge. I just mean that there is a certain value that we give to certain bodies.
What would you like to know an example of?
I know you said that there's like barriers. I want to know what barriers in the U.S. today as a woman.
Well, as a woman or as a woman of color?
I don't understand how we're getting so off topic. This is about feminism today, whereas everybody wants to make this about their individual, here are all the multitude of other things that factor into my person. Great, this is about feminism, it's about womanhood. I understand that all of you have your own individual experiences and the other things that feed into you as a person. That's perfectly fine. But this is where intersectionality falls off the planet and loses, I would argue, probably the vast majority of people, including me. I'm not even a feminist. I don't give a crap about feminists arguing amongst themselves about who's the most victimized. But this is annoying to listen to. I honestly I don't understand anything anybody's even trying to get at.
Did anyone else notice? Because I noticed. So, obviously, if you're anyone worth your salt in the anti-feminist movement, if you just don't like the way feminazis are, if you're Republican, or if, I believe it was Jubilee, it's either Jubilee or Vice, one of those people. I'll correct it right here. There you go. You saw the feminist panel that they did.
I mean, let's also dig into why these quotas exist and why these, what you're calling privileges exist. Because we want
special treatment.
No, it's because there have historically and presently in most jobs been fewer women, and because of sexism.
How is it sexism when we have no barriers today? So we can pick what we want to pick.
Who doesn't have barriers? Women don't have barriers?
Yikes. But you know who I zeroed in on? I zeroed in on this lady. Why did I zero in on her? Simple. Listen to what she was saying. Listen to the rhetoric that was coming out of her mouth. First, she's talking about feminism, and then when Pearl says to her, okay, so what are your barriers? What did she do?
Women, yeah. What's stopping you? You can do whatever you want.
I can or you can?
What's stopping you? As a woman.
That ignores a lot that I'm a woman with a disability. So there's a lot stopping me that you don't have to think about.
Well, as I said before, I'm speaking about women. You're
speaking for yourself.
You're speaking as an able-bodied
woman.
I
that is white. Represents white.
Of course there's going to be other barriers if you're disabled, I'm sure.
Did she speak about the barriers about women, or did she start talking about her intersectionality?
What does it do for you to have a bunch of ramps in your life? It doesn't do shit. I need those ramps, right?
Can we stick to male versus female? That's my question. So I'm thinking male versus female.
But feminism includes ability, it includes race.
My question is
you guys can talk.
Women versus men. Like what barriers do we need removed? Because that's my statement. I'm not stating anything else. I'm stating women versus men.
It's very silly.
So what barrier?
Why is it silly? The question is fair
question.
So, yeah, but
it's not a fair question. It's
how is it not a fair question?
Weird. She started changing the subject. Well, you mean barriers for you or no barriers for me? First of all, lady, the exact same barriers you have, anyone that lacks legs is going to have that barrier, including men. Okay, start with that. But did you notice then she started talking about her worth? And thin privilege, and pretty privilege, and able-bodied privilege, and thin, cis, white female privilege.
That are given to us that aren't given to men. So yeah, I would say it's easier being a girl.
Just from a viewpoint over here, though, it seems there's a lot of pretty privilege in what you're saying, and that you're white and you present.
Do you think I'm pretty? Thank you.
I think that you present in a way that beauty standards have accepted.
Where have we all heard these phrases before? Where have I? Oh, right, the Bopo movement. You know, and the thing is, what's funny is she said she only started noticing when she got older and got more overweight. As if that doesn't happen to literally everyone.
I gotta say though, I did grow up being referred to as very beautiful for a woman with a disability. And that to me always fed this idea that disability doesn't mean beautiful. I am in some form of exceptionalism, which I then had to keep up with forever. So it's like, I got this thought as I started to age, like, you can have no legs, but you better not fucking get fat.
You name one actor that is still considered the world's sexiest man if he puts on even 20 pounds of weight. They don't like it. They don't like it at all. And if they get too old, they get relegated to being the crazy old father, the crazy old uncle. Kevin Kline, perfect example. Sex god for years, represented in tons of movies as the man's man, the man that women wanted to be with. And then he gets a little older and suddenly they cast him as Maurice, the kooky, crazy guy that happens to be Belle's father. He's cast in Bob's Burgers as Mr. Fishoder, the crazy, kooky, rich guy. You never see him cast as the good-looking guy anymore. They did the same thing to Gene Hackman, to Kelsey Grammer, to all sorts of old men. But we don't talk about that. Because it's okay when it happens to guys. Right? Almost kind of like how the Bopo movement doesn't even really care about guys, do they? Weird. Weird how that works out. I had to touch on this because it was just so funny. When she kept making the points, you notice that her argument started to fail because her points only made sense if you put in every single special snowflake issue about herself.
Let's be specific.
As a woman, I said as a woman.
Well, no, I can't answer as a woman.
I
I'm
just feel
not
like your
a woman,
question is
right?
kind of hostile when you're like, there are no barriers to what I want. Congratulations. That means you have a privilege where you're not facing any friction, and that's showing. And I feel like it's
I think as an American, you're very privileged.
I'm not ignoring that.
Yeah.
And then she still was like, oh, well, I have no choice.
Sorry, I'm very into this idea because I do think it is one of the larger intersections that just doesn't get very discussed, which is, like I was talking about before, barriers and friction are placed up around bodies. And the fatter I get, the older I get, the less people will listen to me, the less value I will have for society. So, you know, I'm already starting out as a woman with no legs. If I had something on my face, I have my beauty. That's one of my privileges. I have my whiteness. That's one of my privileges. I used to have thinness, and now I'm getting fatter. Things are changing. And I think every single time that we talk about feminism, pretty privilege should be discussed.
Look, I get it. You don't have legs. But I've seen tons of people without legs that are able to do it. I've seen people without legs and arms able to do it. Now, if you don't want to, that's fine. But don't start sitting there going off about privilege. Like, it doesn't work that way. And so I just had to show you guys, if you really want to see like what I'm talking about with in real time, watching somebody not want to answer the question and to keep changing the goalpost. Because once they realize the question they're getting asked is too hard and it breaks down their narrative and then redirecting, you should go watch it. I promise you. See, I don't want to put too many clips in it because I have a feeling they'll snatch me. We don't want that. I just wanted to make sure, guys, in case you haven't seen it, because I do know I get a lot of very sometimes liberal people that follow me. Maybe you don't follow all this stuff. If you want to see what I'm talking about, I Highly recommend. I've linked it down below. Go watch it. And also shout out to all of the ladies that were on our side, the non-feminist side of the panel. Seriously, you did the best you could. Some things can't be fixed, but you tried. And you looked amazing doing it. And to Jingle Jangle, ooh, girl, stop.
Regardless of what we look like, because there's one group in society that basically takes precedence, and it's frustrating. So yeah, of course, it's frustrating because when we try to talk about it, we get shouted down, we get told to be quiet, we get spoken down too as well. So
Okay,
there's hostility there for plenty of women.
Let's try to make this an opportunity to speak.
You're
with
literally a
each
white
other
woman from
then.
Australia. You live in a bubble and you're pissed that voices that have been silenced forever finally can be heard.
That's why.
That's all I have to say about it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, if you liked that video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff, get the voice out there. I want to remind all of my followers that I love to hear about your success. So if you have lost weight, if you have succeeded in a fitness journey, a muscle journey, please make sure you send me your before and after photos, your age of starting, your current age, starting weight, all that. Send me all the information to thestarson@yahoo.com. That is thestarson@yahoo.com. I want to also start off by thanking all my patrons. You guys help me out so much. You fund me and you help me do this. And I greatly appreciate you. I want to thank John Quinn, Emile DeVry, Edie, Anime Chan, Lady Derpy, Chaka Hooligan, Esteban, Gina Sina, AJ Lare, Becoming a Better Me, Jenny Eller, Selma, Cindy Lowe, Desert Jack, Ian, and Ora Kostesky. Becoming a patron also allows you to get access. If you become a patron on my Patreon, you will gain access to all of these wonderful features. You're going to get access to my NSFW artwork that I do, artwork plain and simple. I upload my raw footage onto there for my patrons, and I just do some behind the scenes stuff. I am also going to start adding more things on in the coming months. I also want to thank my members on my YouTube. This is if you do not care about my artwork, if you don't care about, seeing all that different jazz and you just want to support me. You are just absolutely gems. Thank you guys so much. And I just appreciate you guys. Remember, both Patreon and my membership start at $1 a month. I do have a goal. Once I reach it, I plan on doing some kind of contest or giveaway, so keep that in mind. If you like a lot of the clothing and jewelry that I wear in the videos, please make sure to check out my friends at No System, not sponsored. That's nosysnose.com. And they have some fantastic stuff. If you love my friend Gothix, if you like my artwork, we have 4 shirts featuring my artwork on them as well. And we just definitely, support us. That's all I gotta say. This is all my other social networks that I currently have. You can find me everywhere. I use the same name because if there's one thing I am, it's consistent. And everyone will be like, oh, not really, but it's okay. I try my best, guys. This is my most recent video or the videos I've done in the past. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. And as always, remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So guys, I love you. Be safe. Have a great day.